All right, here. Maybe this is the one.
Kamala Harris did a campaign event. It was really for her own staffers. And she led off by praising Joe Biden.
No, you could talk.
By the way, is going to be the chief vulnerability for Kamala Harris. We'll discuss all of her vulnerabilities in a moment. She is not a strong candidate. But her chief vulnerability is she's the vice president of a wildly unpopular administration. This administration does not have a list of accomplishments Americans like. It is amazing to watch all these people come out of the woodwork and declare that Joe Biden actually has been an amazing president. Now, a minute ago, they said he was really bad at presidenting. Then he dropped out, and suddenly he's an amazing president. Why? Well, they have to flip the narrative. If it turns out he's a crappy president...
Yeah, they have to flip the narrative, because that's never been done before.
Well, then probably she's not a very good candidate. So here is Kamala Harris at the campaign event last night, suggesting that Joe Biden has a legacy of accomplishments, which is wild since his main accomplishment is just beating Donald Trump, and then his secondary accomplishment, apparently...
That's a pretty big accomplishment.
...is dying in a debate and dropping out of the race.
I mean, these guys are so horny for Trump. They beat the master.
President Joe Biden wanted to be here today. He is feeling much better and recovering fast, and he looks forward to getting back on the road. And I wanted to say a few words.
They just roasted Donald Trump, bro.
Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment over the past 3 years.
Yo, this guy's a Bills fan. Or sorry,
this modern history.
Girl?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I'm getting canceled.
Boy. I've done 4 years of that. Maybe 8 years of that. Would you love that? Would you love 8 years?
Oh my god, he's so mean.
By the way, his accomplishments are burning the Middle East to a crisp, lighting Ukraine on fire.
Isn't that what he wanted? But I thought that's what Ben Shapiro wanted. I thought he wanted the Middle East to burn to a crisp.
Destroying the economy,
at least
inflation.
The non-Israeli part of it.
Whatever possibility there was of building of social fabric through radical social policy.
I'm so confused now.
Magical accomplishments.
Now I'm just completely confused. This man's
elevating Kamala Harris to the nomination via proxy. Like again, she has received zero, count them, zero Democratic primary votes ever in her entire life, and now she's the nominee for the president of the United States. So what is her campaign against Donald Trump going to be? She says that she's going to prosecute Trump. Honestly, like, really, this is all you got in the can? Seriously, this is what you got?
I mean, that's all I need to hear.
Crap since 2015. Since 2015, the idea has been Donald Trump is an out-of-the-box criminal.
They have been trying to prosecute him for a while, haven't they?
Okay, guys, good luck with that. Seriously. Kamala Harris.
Okay, say what you will about Donald Trump, but he has amazing lawyers. Except for that Alina Hapa girl who ticked off the wrong fucking box during his hearing. She was a mistake, but she's hot as fuck, so who gives a fuck? She's got big honkers.
They are trying to make fetch happen by selecting Kamala Harris, and she is trying to make fetch happen by going after Donald Trump on a prosecutorial basis. This is the kind of stuff that jazzes up a very, very small wing of the Democratic base and literally no one else. Here's Kamala Harris.
Here we go.
In the days and weeks ahead, I, together with you, will do everything in my power to unite our Democratic Party, to unite our nation, and to win this election. You know, as many of you know, before I was elected as vice president, before I was elected as United States Senator, I was the elected Attorney General, as I've mentioned, of California. And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor.
Bro, he's purposefully... There's no fucking way... He purposefully picked the 144p video. His team degraded the quality. There's no fucking way this was the best quality video he could find. What a cunt. What an absolute... This guy is so petty. I fucking, like, I love it and hate it at the same time. This isn't my internet. Watch when it goes back to him is going to be 4K 1080p quality crispness.
I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who ripped off consumers. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
I just watched that video. It was perfect. 1080p. I saw it on CNN. Where did he get such a bad fucking quality?
No, she's going to prosecute the president of the...
I also don't understand why Ben is mocking himself.
She was a really bad prosecutor, by the way. If you don't believe me, go watch episode 1 of our series Scamala, which is all about Kamala Harris.
I want to so bad, but you're charging for it, dog. Can you please put it free on
Everything you
YouTube?
need to know about Kamala Harris. We were prepared for Kamala Harris.
I think I'm gonna have to
full on
go watch Scamala.
Which is why we cut that series.
Some other way.
Okay, that is not okay. Try it. Seriously, try.
I'm gonna have to get a friend code.
You're going to prosecute. Donald Trump has 100.
You know what? Maybe I do need like a Republican friend, so I can like borrow their Daily Wire account if I ever want to watch things like Scamala. Because honestly, that sounds fucking awesome, dog.
Name recognition. 100%.
Do you think Doug might have a Daily Wire Plus account?
No one's perception of Donald
Maybe
Trump
he could let
is
me
going
borrow
to
it.
change from here on out. The question is, can Kamala Harris generate any enthusiasm? And honestly, I haven't seen so much fake enthusiasm for anything in American public life since Beyonce dropped her last album. the amount of fake ersatz enthusiasm Democrats are trying to gin up, and you can feel it. You can feel it's not real.
Oh my God, this guy.
They're trying to whip themselves into a lather over Kamala Harris.
This is
There's a phrase
amazing.
that's historically been used about politics, which is that Democrats fall in love, Republicans fall in line. In this election, it's precisely
What the fuck
reverse.
does Beyonce have to do with
love
anything?
their candidate. Overall, Republicans love Trump. They have loyalty to Trump.
Not all
Democrats
Republicans.
are falling in line. No one loves Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris has run for president before. She was such a terrible candidate.
I mean,
that
loves
everyone,
a
including
strong
Politico,
word.
made full pieces on how awful her candidacy was. Then she was such a terrible vice president that half her staff quit. She's truly bad at this, and we shouldn't remember how bad she is at this. So all this sort of desperate hope that you're seeing in Democratic circles, reality will set in, I believe, soon enough, because Kamala Harris is not a good candidate, and she has proved that repeatedly. Remember, Kamala Harris, she's only run effectively one competitive race in the last 20 years, and that was for Attorney General of the state of California. She won by 1 point. By 1 point. Then she ran a completely non-competitive race in the California Senate, for the Senate seat in California.
Don't you have
against
to run a
Loretta
competitive
Sanchez, a
race
fellow
like to be the
Democrat.
VP? Aren't
And
you
then she ran
competing?
the worst presidential campaign since Rick Perry. Listen, Kamala Harris is a terrible candidate, but then again, she was also a terrible...
Damn, as a Canadian, I don't get the Rick Perry joke. You need to do more research.
DA. She was a terrible attorney general of the state of California. Things got less safe under Kamala Harris. Speaking of safety, as social unrest escalates and as people begin to fear crime more and more, securing the safeness of your family is more crucial than ever. Now, listen, I'm a big Second Amendment advocate. I own a variety of guns, but if I have the ability to stop a threat inside my own home without killing anybody,
tell him, Ben.
I would like to do that. That is what Byrna is for. Introducing the Byrna Ungun, the non-lethal self-defense platform. Lightweight, simple to use. It uses an easy-to-load 5-round magazine and is powered by an 8-gram CO2 cartridge.
The Byrna,
launches
bro.
a 68 caliber chemical-filled projectile using a
Yo,
patented...
you know if Ben Shapiro, if anyone comes into Ben Shapiro's house, you know my man's taking out the shotty. He ain't fucking with no Byrna. Ain't no way.
Technology where the CO2 canister is only punctured on the first trigger pull. That means that your launcher is always sitting there at the ready. It's capable of incapacitating an attacker for over 30 minutes. It's accurate and effective at over 60 feet. It doesn't require permits or background checks. It is interstate travel friendly. With Byrna, you will be prepared to defend. The Byrna is a safer, more sensible alternative.
God.
It could potentially save lives on both sides, protecting both.
Did you see that? Did you see the damage though?
Permits or incapacitating
that.
an attacker for over 30 minutes. It's accurate and effective at over 60 feet. It doesn't require...
He got him, bro. And that guy was wearing Kevlar. That was like double Kevlar, dog.
permits or background checks. It is interstate travel friendly. With Byrna, you will be prepared to defend. The Byrna is a safer, more sensible alternative that could potentially save lives on both sides, protecting both the user and the aggressor. Visit
I need this.
Byrna.com/Ben. Get 10% off your purchase. That's BYRNA.com/Ben.
I think he doesn't like this ad.
BYRNA.com/Ben. Here's Kamala Harris.
He didn't like that ad.
We are not going to go back. We're not.
He and his Extreme Project 2025.
Please, Lord, if you have, God, if you exist, if you are out there, please have the quality fuck up again. Please, Lord. And if you do it twice, I will not sin for a week. I won't do all the sins for a week. Please.
Weaken the middle class.
Come on.
And bring us backward. America has tried
Yes.
these economic policies before. They do not lead
Come
to
on.
prosperity.
Debuffer one more time.
They
Yes.
lead to inequity and economic injustice.
These fucking guys. This is the easiest piece of footage you can get your hands on. The easiest. I don't even think this was indoors. I mean, I don't even think this was outdoors. How the fuck did they get Trump being shot at 4K and they can't get 720p of this shit?
And we are not going back.
God, she is so awful.
He's doing it on purpose. He must be, right? Unless maybe I'm going crazy.
Even her juxtaposition right there of prosperity with economic injustice is truly amazing.
He has to be doing it on purpose. It's
the
just
opposite of prosperity is
the way he is.
poverty.
He's petty enough.
Poverty. And when she says that we are going, they lead us away from prosperity.
This is fucking amazing. I love that. I love that. That's some Drake shit, bro, right there.
Justice. Notice what she's doing there. She's doing the...
I do, like, honestly, it does fucking nothing for, like, sane people like you and me. But, like, I guess for his audience, they look at it and they're like, oh, these fucking idiots, they don't even know how to film a speech in 720, 1080p. Look at them. I don't know.
The equity routine. You know what Americans don't like?
Yeah,
the
like
racialized equity routine.
they don't see it in HD.
Like,
I can't even hear what she's saying. They messed up her speech as well. They cut it.
Biden have been pushing a nonstop.
And they blamed it on their. This is too good, bro.
Since they entered office.
Too good.
Her campaign, if she's actually in control of it, her only hope here is to delegate this thing to the Obama team. That is really her only hope here. She already got rid of the Biden team. It's not going to be Tom Donilon. It's not going to be Jen O'Malley Dillon. It's not going to be the people who got Joe Biden there because they don't like her very much and she doesn't like them. And it better not be her 2019 presidential campaign team because they were truly awful. Her only hope is to basically sit down and be quiet and let Barack Obama's people run this thing. That is her only hope. So far, that doesn't seem to be the case. So, for example, according to BBC, Kamala Harris has overhauled her campaign's online presence by embracing a social media trend inspired by pop star Charlie XCX's Brat album cover. The presumptive Democratic presidential nominee has scattered references to the album across her campaign's account, renaming her profile Kamala HQ. Her rebrand comes as Charlie showed her support by treating Kamala is Brat, shortly after President Joe Biden announced he was stepping out of the race. By Monday morning, Harris had seized on Charlie XCX's backing, with the account sporting a new lime green photo in the style of the Brat album cover. So, for those of you who have no idea what exactly Brat means, because, you know, you're over the age of 15.
I remember
Here's
Brats.
what Brat means, according to Charlie XCX. You're just like that girl
They were
who's a little
dolls,
messy
right?
and likes to party and maybe says some dumb things sometimes, who feels like herself, but maybe also has a breakdown, but kind of like parties, though it is very honest, very blunt, a little bit volatile, like does dumb things, but it's Brat. You're Brat. That's Brat. Okay, that is the campaign that I desperately hope Kamala Harris continues to run. Kamala Harris as Brat. Says dumb things, does dumb things, get drunk sometime, but has fun. Also,
Sounds
can I
awesome.
just explain? No one above the age of 25 in the United States knows what the F Brat means. When we think Brat, we think like spoiled brat, like some of our children.
Do you know what Brat means, Rasta? Is he
No
lagging?
one
I think
thinks
he's just
Brat is something
over
good.
this.
But Kamala Harris is so terminally online, so disconnected from the general public, that she believes that Charlie XCX, who, again, most people above the age of 35 have never heard of Charlie XCX. She thinks that embracing the branding of Charlie XCX is somehow good for her. That's how disconnected and terrible her campaign is.
What
Now,
is
for
he
his
even
part,
talking
Donald
about? I'm so lost. Who is Charlie XCX? I guess I'm supposed to Google this shit, but
slams
like,
Harris as dumb as a rock on his Truth Social page. Now, again, I think he's going to have to do better than this in terms of the nickname. This is pretty. Here's what he posted. He said, "Wow, just watching the fake news, they're doing their very best to turn the worst president in the history of our country into a brilliant and heroic leader. He was heroic because he quit and turned dumb as a rock, Kamala Harris, from a totally failed and insignificant vice president into a future great president. No,
dumb
it just
as a
doesn't
rock.
work that way."
He should have put dumb as a coconut, bro. He should have wrote dumb as a coconut. I don't even know what the coconut thing's all about because I haven't watched that video yet, but
He's been trying out a few different lines on Kamala Harris. So he has called her Laughing Kamala, which,
dumb as a rock.
again, I recommend Scamala.
Oh,
I think
Trump
that it
is such a
the
good
best
bully, bro.
term for her. Also, I think Kamaliar would probably be good.
I
because
wish
she
I
is
could be an
deeply,
American
deeply
so I could
dishonest.
vote for Trump.
Yeah, just a few suggestions for the president if he is taking suggestions. He did call her this morning Lion Kamala, which again, he used the lion's head, but then he also called Joe Biden Crooked Joe. So
Hard as a
Ryan
rock
Kamala is
Bluth company.
pretty
Is that
good.
actually a thing?
Again, I think that's probably, and it seems like he's settling on that because he's used that multiple times this morning. He said, Lion Kamala Harris, the Biden-appointed border czar, who never visited the border and whose incompetence gave us the worst and most dangerous border anywhere in the world, has absolutely terrible poll numbers against a fine and brilliant young man named Donald J. Trump. Love that Trump calls himself a fine and brilliant young man. He's 78. Be careful what you wish for, Democrats, MAGA 2024. So, yeah, pretty solid stuff there from President Trump. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.
Look at the fucking pictures he picked. I am tired of the lies. Okay, everyone, I gotta go watch Facts. I'm sorry. It's just, it's something that I gotta do because I am tired of the lies. So, Kamala's first day of campaign did not go well because of this guy, Charlie XQC. What was his name? Called her brat. I think I understood the video, but I think the reason why I didn't understand is because I don't know the facts. So I'm gonna go watch the facts now. I hope y'all enjoyed. See you in the next one.